everybody? Welcome back to Knockout Sessions. It's your boys as always, Julio, Milton.
Moving on.
That's about it. Y'all already know the routine. I'm not gonna burn everybody's time.
No, we're burning everyone's time. Everybody needs to know because we got more and more people just showing up out of nowhere.
Especially on IG. Thank you, everybody. We still need work on YouTube and TikTok, so hit the like, the subscribe, follow all the things on the description. We would appreciate that. And share it with everybody. Y para mi gente que habla en español, ya saben la rutina, peguen el like, peguen el suscríbanse, y también aquí están los captions. So we're gonna get started because
It's a beautiful day.
I continue to look like a genius. I continue to look like a genius for backing this man up from day one. Ilia, Topuria knocks out Max Holloway in the second. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it would happen. It could happen. I just didn't think it would happen. But
That was a tough one to watch. Especially when you see Max coming off of so much momentum. Fucking BMF champ knocks out Gaethje in the last second.
Which we also didn't think would happen.
But let me ask you this. Do you think it hurt him coming back down in weight?
No.
There's no excuses, right? Like, Topuria did what he did. I think he was going to do it no matter what. I think he's just that dude. It's kind of like the broadcaster said, like, we haven't seen someone like this since Conor. Conor was like the only type of dude that would be able to do something
Shout
like
out
this.
my boy for the coffee.
Right? So I think
Service.
Topuria's trying to prove that like he said, he is the next generation. He's him.
Yes.
I accept it. I have accepted it. You don't come back from a legend fucking win over Volkanovski and then you come and you defeat Max Holloway the way you do and you're not him, right? And there's no excuses because there's no way that Max goes up in weight, fights someone bigger than him, knocks that person out, goes back down and gets knocked the fuck out for the first time in his career.
Right.
You know, so yes, Ilia, you're him. I have given him to Alex Pereira. I gave him to Ilia. It is what it is. That's it. Yes, Julian.
To answer your question, the weight cut did not affect him because I think Max still looked the same. He still looked very competitive. He was piecing him up in that first round.
Yeah, he did.
It's just those leg kicks were taking a toll.
Yes, they did.
Ilia started working the body.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
And that's one thing that Max, even though Max is a great boxer in his own right, he doesn't work the body as much as Ilia, at least to the technique. You can see the differences in technique when you saw both men landing and throwing. Like, Ilia looked like he sits on his punches.
Yeah.
Like, he puts more weight on it. He's going to lead with the bomb first and then go for the tic-tacs. Whereas Max, he's just going to smother you. But the whole fight, Ilia was smart because he was pressuring Max before Max could start pressuring him. Yeah. He was taking some shots, but that's the nature of the game. When you're going to fight a guy like Max, you got to take some to give some. It's just that Ilia gave more. The weight cut, I don't think affected Max because he looked really good. He looked like he could have gone probably all 5 rounds though. He looked like he was mouth breathing, like he was tired, but I don't think that was affecting Max in any kind of way. Now, Max, I'm not sure if you watched the press conferences, Max did acknowledge, and he said, I don't really have anything to do in this division anymore. Like, if I'm not going to be able to fight for the title, and I've had 3 straight losses for the title because of Volk 2 and now Ilia, he says that 155 is looking more comfortable now. And he says that he wants to eat his Ichiraku ramen now.
100%.
Hey, that pain entrance? Yeah, ooh, it still gives me chills.
Oh my bush.
That was pretty hard. But overall, I think Max still has a lot left in the tank. I don't know if he could challenge for a 155 title. But if you told me like Max versus like Fiziev, Max versus Chandler, Max versus Charles too, I'm open up to all of those. That would be the imagine Poirier's last 2 fights that he says he wants is against Holloway and against Gaethje. Finished 2 trilogies off. Now Max says he doesn't want to return until July though.
Oh, okay.
So that doesn't really fit in the timeline because July is a international fight week. It's always in Vegas.
Yeah.
Dustin wants to retire in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
So, but overall, I'm excited for Max's future because I think 155 is going to freshen up things for him. Same like a guy like Brian Ortega, he should move up to 155 as well. Now, as far as Ilia goes, we already know what's going to happen. I mean, it was pretty evident after the fight.
Volkanovski?
I'm going to tell you right now, my boy. I know you're a Volk fan.
I am. I respect Ilia, though.
If Ilia knocks out Volk, he might retire.
He should. I think Volk...
3 straight losses, 3 straight knockouts.
Not just that, but I think Volk it was in the same boat as Usman. Like, they reach a peak pound for pound greats for many, years. Like, there's no shame in losing to the next dude up. Like, that's just what it is. It's just the passing of the torch. It's okay to move on. I think that if they don't learn from this, then you fall into that Tony Ferguson. Like Tony is.
We'll get to Tony in a little bit.
Like Tony is like, what do we do? Oh, boy, you know what I'm saying? But I think if Volk, as long as he accepts it, I've seen him on TikTok. He loves to cook. I think his cooking videos are going to be great. Chef Volk.
I mean, he doesn't really have anything to prove either. But he's another guy that probably could just say, you know what, I'm going to 155 if he loses to Ilia. Ilia, to me, personally, and I have a question to follow up with this. He just looks like such a complete fighter, bro.
Right now he does.
Like you look at him and he's like a 145 prime John Jones. Which leads me to my next question. Ilia right now is ranked 4th in the men's pound for pound. It hasn't updated. It's not Tuesday yet. Above him is John Jones, Alex Pereira, Islam Makhachev. Does this win move the needle for Ilia above any of those guys? No. Is he right where he should be?
Yeah, I think that's fine. But if because I know Ilia had mentioned interest against Islam, that'd be cool.
Right.
But Islam versus fucking what's my cousin's name?
Oh, Shavkat. Oh.
So like Ilia's like in that in that little Islam is in that little fucking.
He can go anywhere.
Yeah, he can go. He can just stay and wait for Ilia, or if he wants to move up to go to Shavkat.
Maybe the winner of Charles Chandler.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think Ilia's where he needs to be. He has obviously 2 very solid wins, but
in
at this
point,
Alex, not even Islam. It's gonna take a while for Islam to reach even Alex's fucking level, and then I think the only thing that's gonna get Alex to John Jones is by defeating John Jones, and then at that point, I'm sorry, but there's gonna be a huge debate against Dana. Stroking John Jones like that.
I think if Alex was to beat John, I think Dana would ban me from anywhere near UFC because I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be the anti-Dana. Second question. This one's gonna be a tough one. Fighter of the year so far: Ilia Topuria or Alex Pereira? Undisputed.
I think Alex.
By a landslide, or are we talking about?
They're close because of the type. Because obviously, if we look back at Alex's year, I think the one that mainly fucks it up is fucking Hill, like Jamal Hill. Like, was he really a solid name?
The caliber? I mean, he's clean now.
You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, I mean, he was still more active. He still took on the next dude in line.
On short notices.
On short notices on top of everything. So, I think Alex is still fighter of the year. Ilia just has 2 very solid names. Mm. Like, he would have to do like a Islam next. You know what I'm saying? To really put that cherry on top to go over Alex. But I think Alex still.
We look at Ilia and we got Islam upstairs. We got Volk next. Mm-hmm. Where does Diego Lopez fit in all this now?
Well, they fucking called his name now, but Volkanovski was the one that fucking went up to the ring. So
he's begging for it.
Yeah, and I think, was it you that said, why don't we just make Volk versus Diego Lopez next?
For the interim title?
So I mean, that would be good, but I think Volk deserves it, and I'm glad Ilia acknowledged that Volk deserves it. It's because of all the type of defenses that Volk was willing to do. Yeah. So even though it'd be a good fight for Volk before going back into the ring with Ilia, I think he should just get the Ilia fight over with, let it be what it is, and if he loses, if you really want another fight, then fight Diego Lopez. If not, fucking just move on. Go do your cooking videos, my boy. It's all good. They look amazing.
We go from a spectacular win.
They were both spectacular wins. It's just not for the person we were hoping for.
Dude. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, we'll have it right here. But Robert Whittaker's jaw, bro. Oh my God. Hey, I don't know how much power like Khamzat has in that forearm, but he clamped that up. And Khamzat Chimaev defeated Robert Whittaker. He clamped up Robert's jaw. Defeated Robert Whittaker via submission, dislocating his jaw.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he just looked like a rabid dog in there. We knew what would happen. We just didn't think that, like, and Robert was defending pretty well up until that point.
What I think is crazy is the fact that we got the announcement of them being the co-main, and then it was just quiet. There was no usual promotion. There was no usual shit talking from Khamzat. Like, he was very just quiet and focused.
Humble. Khamzat is a different fighter.
Yeah, and he's fucking just as scary. Fucking, he went out there, he fucking, with all the aggression.
Dominated.
Yeah, dominated the fuck. Maybe he's more focused now.
Yeah, but here's my problem with the way the fight went. What's going to happen, once again, when Khamzat's in a dogfight?
Okay, but it's kind of like some stuff that I was reading. It's like, who do you think he's getting next? You really think he's going to get the title shot?
I think Dana's probably contemplating it based on what I saw from the press conference. Because they asked him, now that the way Khamzat won, and you got Sean Strickland vying for a rematch, who do you think is going to win? And he's like, call me on Tuesday.
Ooh. So we're going to probably see DDP versus cum shots.
Golly. Potentially, but here's the thing. I don't think DDP goes down the way Whittaker is. DDP is so awkward that it works. And I don't know why. I feel like he can probably still overpower.
this is technically the way that you just need to survive until Khamzat fucking gets tired. That's right. Defense. Mm-hmm. So you think DDP's defense can withstand that pressure for the first 2 rounds?
DDP style makes me just want to say yes and then no at the same time because he's just so awkward. Like, he's just so weird. I don't know. I've never seen DDP have to go into defense mode like that, though, so that'll be the interest of the fight. But if he can survive those 2 rounds, I can guarantee you rounds 3, 4, 5, he's taking Khamzat to the deep water, like he did with Izzy.
I don't know, because come on, to do that to someone like, because let's just remove the equation that Robert Whittaker is fucking jaw broke, right? Do you really not see that happening no matter what? Based on the way the first fucking couple minutes were going, like, fucking Khamzat had fucking Whittaker in that fucking choke multiple times. It was only a matter of time before he fucking had him.
You would think Robert would have been able to get up more.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the big debate against Khamzat. Like, you have him against Usman. Say what you want about that fight, he won, right? You have him against Burns, he won, right? And now he did it to Robert Whittaker, right? And I get the fact that the other fights were a little bit split up, but I mean, you got 3 solid names under your belt now.
Oh, he's worthy of a title shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just a matter of who's
But it's
who's
not
Dana prefer.
It's not just that. It's the way he's beating these guys that it's like.
Oh, it's dominant, except for Burns and Usman. I mean, they were kind of tough fights for him.
But why did Whittaker go out like that? I don't get it.
See, that's
Styles. Is it?
I think,
you know, like, or was it Whittaker just he took on too much this year too? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it was just a matter of just like Khamzat's power was just unreal, and it just look at that jaw, like, because he tapped out. If you saw it in real time, he tapped out like that. Yeah. And you were like,
"What's going on, my boy?"
Robert doesn't do that.
Yeah.
When the reports came out that the jaw broke,
it makes sense.
You're like, of course he's gonna tap. I mean, dude, his teeth were throwing up gang signs at that point. So it was a tough loss for Robert. I don't know what's next for Robert. He's in a very tough spot again. And
because who do you got? You got Strickland, you got Izzy, but we've seen all those fights.
Except for Strickland. Whittaker and Strickland is new.
Oh, I thought we had seen them.
We have not seen it, but fun fact: every man that has defeated Robert Whittaker in the middleweight division has become champion. Izzy, DDP, and now Khamzat is up next. So props to Khamzat, looked dominant. I'm very interested in your cardio still, but you know, it is what it is, and hopefully Whittaker can have a speedy recovery. He probably won't be back for a couple months.
Which is fine. I mean, he was pretty active this whole year, so
yeah. And then We had Magomed Ankalaev. We'll just kind of skim over that one. Had a snooze fest of a fight, but he won, and he is the rightful number one contender for Pereira. I think he's earned it. I think Pereira kind of should just give it. And if Pereira, the way I saw that fight, Pereira probably sleeps him in 1 to 2 rounds because he looked very sloppy on the feet. I don't know why Ankalaev keeps ignoring the fact that he's a wrestler and he wants to keep standing up. And if he had issues with Rakic,
maybe he's just trying to prepare himself for Alex.
You know, a lot of people have tried preparing themselves for Alex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then, after that, we had Leron Murphy defeating Dan Ige. Process Murphy still undefeated, or still on a hot streak. But what I want to get to next, Shara Magomedov, the first ever double spin back fist KO. Top 3 KO all time?
It's up there.
It looked like a video game move.
Yeah, I think it was funny because he tried it once, didn't land it. Freaking
grazed him, I believe.
Yeah, what's his the opponent's name?
Oh, Armin Petrosyan?
Petrosyan fucking tried his own, didn't land.
Boom! Right in the last second, and he fell down stiff.
Yeah, dude, fucking, and he had to redo it again, and it's like they asked him like, how do you even train for that? Like,
my brother showed me. Props to his brother then, because that was probably top 3 KO I've ever seen in UFC.
Yeah, that was nasty. But I'll tell you this though, overall, he still has a lot of improvement to do because he was kind of getting pieced up in the beginning. Like, I don't know if you saw the first couple minutes of the fight.
Yeah, well, he's getting his timing. It was very similar to like when Pereira got Roundtree's timing. Mm-hmm. But you could see Shara was starting to like collect the data.
Yeah.
But it was a tough time, and those leg kicks were nasty between them.
Yeah.
But Shara, I believe, is ready for a top 15, top 10 opponent, if I'm going to be completely honest. That middleweight division's stacked. Can you imagine one day Shara versus Hamza? It's still too early.
I think by then you might even see Hamza.
But the styles.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a good fight. But right now, he's not ready for Hamza. Not based on what I've seen.
Yeah, I agree right now. And then, just gloss over it, Rafael dos Anjos loses to Jeff Neal. It's been determined, I believe, blew his knee out.
Dang.
Blew his knee out, 40 years old. I don't know how much RDA has left in the tank. However, just an idea. RDA versus Tony, both of them retire after that. 2, by the way, rematch. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I mean, either way, it looked like we were leading towards a knockout potentially. He got dropped in the first couple seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
Came up, tried to do a takedown. Looks like that's when he messed up his knee. And then he couldn't put weight on it no more. And I really don't know what to say. That was just too quick.
And that's that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for RDA, man. If you know his career. Like he's a goat. But that UFC 308 was overall pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I just need one favor.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to America.
Yeah, early mornings are a little rough.
You know, my job hates
guy.
me.
He's not a morning guy.
I am in the service.
But I mean, UFC is global. You got fighters all over. I get it. But yes, it's easier for us when we're here on a Saturday night getting drunk watching UFC.
We don't drink. We don't condone drinking.
Well, getting drunk on water, of course.
I'm drunk on life.
Yes. But yeah, it was a good event. I mean, it was a hurtful event to watch.
Next Ilia fight, demanded to be in Spain on a stadium. Guarantee you it sells out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The dude is a European Connor right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of followers on TikTok too.
Speaking of TikTok, we want more followers on TikTok. So like I said earlier in the video, hit the like.
Can I do an honorable mention?
Mention it.
Just a very honorable mention because Knockout Session does any combat sports. So let's talk about a little bit of boxing, just a little bit of boxing. Yesterday afternoon we had Regis Prograis versus Jack Catterall.
Didn't even. I forgot.
I just want to say Regis.
Who won?
Jack Catterall. Regis got dropped 3 times, pretty bad. Was swinging crazy.
It's time to put my fries in the bag, Regis.
He's 36 years old, coming off of two, pretty ugly losses against Devin Haney, now Jack Catterall. Devin is obviously Devin. Jack Catterall was one of those like B- type of dudes, and
solid for his time.
Yeah, B+, and getting dropped the way you did. I think unless you're gonna move up and fight a Boots Ennis, I think it's time.
That's a death wish.
Because now they're just gonna use your name as freaking that's a doorkeeper, right? A gatekeeper.
Doorkeeper.
Right now you're gonna be the gatekeeper to get to the champ. So if you don't want to do that,
stone, my brother.
Yeah, if you don't want to do that, boy, I think it's time.
But yeah, I agree with that. Also, everybody go in the comment section, give this man some love. Look at that jersey. That's an immaculate jersey right there.
Yep. I just want to say thank you, Julio. I don't know what I did to deserve this jersey, but thank you. I appreciate you letting us match together.
I would have known better. I would have worn my white one, But appreciate the love, y'all. We got more videos coming up soon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.